Her accent fucking gives me hives.
Yeah, well, she's a British actress, which I just found.
Wait a minute.
Like, or did we find that out the first episode?
Claudia and Louis are at odds with each other.
Okay, so she's a British person. I shouldn't be surprised by that. I don't think we even mentioned that she was British. Either way, I hate her fucking accent because British people have really good American accents, especially Southern American accents, and that's not even Southern. It's certainly not Cajun. So I'm not upset like I was before. I'm just ugh.
A woman vampire.
The way she says Louis isn't even right.
Look, I'm American.
We got her just throwing herself in the fire.
We're gonna find others like us.
Homosexuals, I'd say the F slur, but honestly, it's not the same. We don't have the risk of getting in trouble, so it's different.
Are you sure about that?
Alright, the one thing that I do notice is that they added European French shit. You can see that's the actual skyline of Abu Dhabi. Because you can see that giant-ass muggly boat hotel that they built. On the flip side of the inversion, you have the entirety of what I would assume is the Paris skyline in France. Well, I wouldn't say that's bad.
It's just goofy.
Black on red is better because it simulates the image of a rising skyline, but it still looks bad because there's still too much visually going on.
Do you know what it means to be loved by death?
Blah, blah, blah. I feel something close to happiness. The name alone, Paris.
Paris sucks.
I mean, they want to make the old Jewish guy look better, but he's not wrong. Paris kind of does suck now.
Kinda.
I didn't
make the deal do because Paris sucks.
I'm not trying to go in too hard with it.
If you won't, I will.
Because people already know what the hell I'm talking about.
It rhymes with piss Tom.
Turning 77 this year. Do not leave Dubai until you've made him retract it.
Uh-huh.
It's me every time there's a new episode.
Not attract the same attention it did in America.
Right, because there wasn't any racism in mid-20th century.
Exactly. You know what kills me? Is they keep through his character, they keep pointing out how bullshit this writing is. And I'm like, why don't you just make it less bullshit?
Because they don't want to go for making it better by catching themselves in the process, looking through it, thinking about it, and saying, you know what? This is ass. Let's not make it ass. They'd rather lampshade it. If they address the message by having a character address the message, it's the same thing as acknowledging the problem. But it was like this in The Boys Season 2 and Season 3. It doesn't matter if you mock the idea of contemporary politics and also the tropes of modern day comic books. If you still follow through with the same stereotypes and make the same tired bullshit that you're mocking, you haven't elevated yourself above it. You're not smarter than them. It makes you worse than them. Because they might do it and they not realize that it's bad, or it's something that they're forced to do because an executive chooses to do it. You have your showrunner and the creator of the thing that you're adapting doing it, and you are mocking the people you think are stupid about it while still committing to stupid things. So you're stupider than the people you're mocking.
I think your Algerian inferiors at the time might disagree.
I wasn't an Algerian. I was an American.
That don't mean shit. They're perpetuating that whole thing where, like, Europe, places like Europe, Canada, well, like, there's no racism. It's just specifically relegated to America. So there's something toxic and broken only about America, even though everybody wants to come here and experience said racism.
Anxiety-producing choices, and not one bonjour or prépare-toi à mourir.
If you're not gonna translate what he's saying, why even use the language? I know what he said, but I don't care how to translate. We're flexing the French language like it's something you do on Raw. I went to France for the weekend and I learned how to say, I'll eat your coochie.
Our actors can pronounce French words. Give us an Emmy!
The male hunted to please her.
No one just casually looking up is gonna see this black man take a big ass chomp out of a bird.
Vampires with hobbies. Insanity.
Killing time when you weren't killing Parisians.
I'd imagine Malloy makes fun of people on Twitter as a hobby. Eventually cross over with Single Player Carl and JLongbone when somebody said something really stupid about what a vampire would do, and then Louis' stupid photography bits, and then this nigga's being a thespian.
I had to do something and they stopped.
Okay.
So, like, you're sitting out on the street and nobody sees you two moving your lips, so all they see is a black woman huffing at you while you fucking take drags in your cigarette. What's happening here?
And what's up with these camera angles? Why y'all...
Oh, a dress with titties! I wish I had those!
Oh yeah, she's still dealing with that, even though she wasn't really dealing with it.
Never mind the fact that both this actress and the last actress didn't have those smaller breasts, but let's not talk about that. A white French man told me to stay away from a woman, so I decided to involve myself with her.
Apparently, he signaled to her that she's a Nazi. Well, you know, that racism they didn't experience.
You do alterations.
My grande, please don't pretend to be something you're not, yeah?
Never thought about choosing to pretend.
It'd be literally funny if they were trying to make her a lesbian in this scene.
I like eating red carpet! Who are the young men?
Some of Diddy's cohorts.
There was no way to describe it other than...
Incel. He's still got that incel walk.
Well, we're better to explore who you are to find the right kind of love than in a public park.
Well, you just love f***ing in the park. I mean, they're trying to make this seem so f***ing romantic, and I'm like, bruh, they're just busting ass wide open.
I knew the park well myself.
Of course you did.
Knew what went on in the rambles there, so I was not surprised to find him without the girl.
Whoa. Whoa.
Is some guy jerking off to two people f***ing in the park?
So Armand in Paris goes to a Parisian park where gay men frequent it. The Bramble. Both these niggas watch two other niggas.
Mm-hmm. And one of them gooning.
We're not even physically there, and I'm just imagining this, and all I can smell is and musk. I'm scared. I want to go home, and I'm in my bedroom.
You can't make this look romantic. That tender music doesn't do shit for me. After seeing this degenerate shit.
He looked like a boy masquerading as a gentleman. I sensed his ancient power.
I could tell he had the stroke.
He said, I will not harm you.
And I never have.
And I was... You thought I was gonna harm you, and I never have. Love.
Except emotionally.
Probably physically too, and emotionally again, because we know how this relationship ends up. This is really bad foreboding.
Come and bring the petite beauty.
This was a lot less gay in the movie.
Come on.
Okay, that's... Oh, it is like a go face.
He's actually exerting himself to run upstairs instead of using his power. And why are you out of breath? You have no breath. You are dead.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You niggas are giving me a seizure.
To the displacement of reason.
Oh, I know this actor. I know him. That short-lived superhero show. Jupiter's something. What the fuck was his name? Like Mind Meld, Brainberg, whatever the fuck.
What the hell are you talking about?
What is this?
See, I can already tell this was better in the movie. Because there was like a reason for everything. Like the way everything was set up for Death to make an appearance in the skit. It made sense. Like here they just kind of like throw a girl in here. Like,
That's exactly what I just said. They were wasting time with all this extra bullshit set up. Only the
Yeah.
last one mattered.
This is an English-only perform. Start again.
My name is Annika.
why would you make her say her name? On the off chance that, I don't know, she comes up missing and there's some posters flying around.
He's trying to pass over.
It's like he's got a really hard fart to get out.
It's like he's doing an impression of Bruce Willis from Looper.
They're the same picture.
Yeah.
The director was like, look distressed at what you were seeing, even though Louis didn't really look distressed in the movie. He was mostly cool about what was going on. Here, the director's just like, look distressed. I'll just shit my Huggies. Murder's great!
Black man, rejected and appalled by violence. Black woman, smiling happily. What did the white liberals mean by this?
Like we get, oh my god!
So there are two ways we can watch this scene. You niggas are so extra for this. Just kill the girl and be done with it. I can't believe you're doing this. Oh my god. I never knew I could have so proper circumstance. Maybe Lou was awesome, boo.
She's sitting on an egg vibrator.
Yes, that's one way that we've seen. And then you could do the other one, which is, oh my god, I can't believe you kissing that woman on the lips. Oh, this is so disgusting to me. At least bring in a man.
Okay, that was pretty good.
I know where they got that trick from. That is a stage trick from Ride the Cyclone, I think the play's called. Specifically, this section for the Ballad of Jane Doe. You basically have the stage lights put in such a way where when you bring the stage lights either up or down, if an actor were to, say, slump their heads down forward, it would look like they're getting beheaded. But in this technique, they turn the cameras off in such a way and the lights off in such a way that when you flick the lights on, they immediately appear because they're just outside of view. It's like that effect that they did in The Exorcist to show the face of Pazuzu.
Bitch, what the fuck is this? What is this performance?
She's still running!
She's coming. She's coming to this shit. Like, you're a vampire. You're not supposed to be this externally emotional. What the f? I almost missed the other chick. I almost do.
Unfortunately, she chose to sign the deal for Avatar, so we'll never see her again until Avatar 10.
Oh, his son looks...
Older than the father, yes. Qween here refused the dark gift until he could be on stage.
My son is rebellious.
Excuse me?
That's
What?
way too modern for this.
Why does
That
it look like
dialogue.
they put... Yeah, why does it look like you niggas put Dante Basco in old man paint?
That's rough, buddy.
And are all American vampires as alluring as you?
We're trying to do a vampire gangbang. The subtext, any kind of subtlety. Our two leads are gonna go butt-ing and antiquing.
Who's that handsome man on the wall up there?
Our co-founder and the finest actor ever to walk our stage, Lestat de Leoncore.
Should have seen that coming, did not.
You must understand.
Oh, I understand.
Then you would think.
And one looked up at the painting as...
Get the fuck out of here!
Okay, you know what? That was so perfectly timed. I'll give you your flowers. They hard cut the emblems like, yes, mock them about it. Yes, it's so ironic. And then the niggas started playing the music.
Like, we know our writing is on par with a telenovela, just a general soap opera. But we're not gonna change a fucking thing.
I mean, come on. Lestat's painting...
Like, the music continues to play in the flashback.
Because I want to go back, Louis.
Are you crazy?
Tell me you did not feel pride.
I did not feel pride.
Vampire pride. And please stop equating LGBT shit with monster shit. Like, what are you doing?
Allegory. It's not allegory. Allegory.
You felt my lust.
Oh yeah, felt his too. Now I know what two blood facts slapping hands feel like, so thank you for that.
Now I know what two big fat slapping in the wind is. I'm going back, Louis. You can't stop me. I'm a the entire theater. I'm running trains and everybody. Front train ain't caboose. I'm gonna be the engine. Right? Still, don't. It's off of me, you nigga.
Oh my god. Even Bailey's scene wasn't even this ridiculous.
We need more Sam Wise in the episode. He needs to get paid. This nigga looks entirely too much like Brad Pitt.
I told you.
I told you, and then you told me, and then we told each other.
Love of my life, or is it more rebound of my life?
What a comfort, your ability to continue pulling humor from his pain.
Alice is in her third trimester.
The old parlor trick.
This is a very clumsy way to do this. And stop doing this camera
When you finally asked her to marry you,
She said no.
would you like to know what she thinks of you now? We can do that.
no, you can't, because she's not here. What are you talking about? You're not Cerebro. What the fuck are you talking?
But Jay, you have to remember, they set this up in season 1. When you're strong enough of a vampire, you can sense people's memories over a distance.
But see, like I said, they're all the way in what, Dubai? There's no way he could hear some chick in, I'm guessing, San Francisco, all the way from Dubai. I don't understand why y'all all don't fly together. You're going to a place to like murder a bunch of people. You're leaving tire tracks.
Make the call.
Your glasses make you look like a homosexual.
Well, he is a homosexual. Now you're getting ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Drawing that much attention to yourself while you're gonna go kill people.
Whilst their countrymen clutch ration cards, they've made quite a killing manipulating the black markets.
Everybody got that?
14 moons, 19 guests.
He just read his mind by sticking his fingers in his brain.
Duh!
There are multiple mythos. Sometimes a vampire can either 1, read memories, or B, read immediate short-term memories, or even parse the thoughts of a dying subject as they are nearby them. This is implying that, oh, if I wanted to just raid a facility with a bunch of humans, I just find one human guard and I can just pull the information directly from their brain, no problem.
You're not gonna win.
I am now where I most want to be.
Y'all know this is just funny and not horrifying at all, right? I'm waiting for someone to comically get thrown out the fucking window while they're talking. There it is! Wait, what was that noise?
I like how you withhold.
Yeah. Amongst the violence, two gay vampires are flirting.
If this was a parody making fun of this, this would be hilarious.
Like, I'm taking apart my keyboard at the same time, but I'm paying attention to what's happening, and it's too extra.
I think it's funny incidentally, not for what. I don't know. I don't know if they want us to think it's funny or not. But even if they are trying to be funny, it's like, what is this? Is this the Naked Gun?
Pity she was made so young.
She's managed to it.
Particularly skilled at blocking her thoughts.
Also, it's supposed to be against the law to make a child vampire. I wonder if they're going to address that.
I love everybody and everything in this every moment, right? Every night.
Their mouths are covered in blood, but their clothes are completely clean. This is so gay. Gay! Oh my god! They did it! Another comedic pitfall, and I'm still wondering what if they actually meant it to be that.
I felt his presence.
Was it the end of the episode?
Is this the very end of the episode? Are you f***ing kidding me? So there's like, what, 9 minutes of extra shit?
That didn't feel like an episode end.
That was sloppy.
There's danger if they find out we lied.
Oh, don't tell me there's a vampire with fire powers.
Are we gonna get roast black?
Yeah,
Is that
look.
what's gonna happen?
He's got fire in his hands.
Are you gonna roast Antoinette with fire powers? Are we gonna get blackened negress? Is it on the menu?
Love by death is something.
Oh, they're doing it again with just the actors.
Roland Jones, whatever the fuck his name is, gay Keith Olbermann, they're not inviting his ass back to the cookout. He's gone forever.
That nigga burnt the meal so goddamn bad. They're like, no. We're making a potluck. Can I still bring a meal? No.
I have a feeling that they saw our reactions and saw us clowning them, and they were like, "No, you can't come back." They're making some good points about you. We can't have you here.
As he basically lulls them into their.
He hypnotized her. That's not lulling.
Yeah.
That's not what that is. There comes the gaslighting again. The spirit of Roland Jones is back.
Claudia is someone that needs community. Louis is someone that needs to know that community is there, but to be away from it.
So he wants to be a literal incel chud in his bedroom? In his goon cave?
It's brutal and beautiful and so theatrical and so brilliant.
Okay, explain that fucking face. I want somebody to explain this. What we did was we stuck an acorn up her ass before we yelled action. And I think the results speak for themselves.
But the way that people act enthusiastically when they're captured by the performance of a really good show is not the way that Claudia behaves. This just she is coming. It's like that transitional cut in Family Guy where Meg comes on the fucking knee of the Santa and gets a big grin on her face because
If you're willing to ask your questions and then listen.
It becomes a battle of wits.
I don't know. Is a battle of wits when you try to gaslight a nigga into being an obedient human who just lets you lie to his face and never question you, as is his job as a reporter? Is that what it is?
I mean, yeah, you're just emotionally torturing him with shit that he feels really raw about that happened in his past. Not to mention there was that scene where he induced his Parkinson's, which I don't understand how the he did that.
And every single time something smashed or popped, I was like,
okay, was that supposed to be funny then? Was that supposed to be comedic? Because that's ridiculous. Yeah, they are not inviting Roland Jones back, and that's actually a welcome thing.
You would at least remove a factor that will embarrass you all, but at the same time, you're still kind of embarrassing yourselves.
The episode as a whole, it's kind of like how I feel about Batwoman eventually when it got to season 3. It's like, I know I can see that you're trying to be less shit, but you're just not funny shit. At least not yet. We're only on episode 2, and we got there's 8 episodes total, so this could still go off the rails where we laugh at almost everything on screen.
Listen, if y'all niggas are so horrible that Carl's not even here, it's just Carlisle and he's just doing random things, it's not looking good for y'all niggas. What is happening here?
They're trying to be a legit show, but they don't know how to be a legit show, so it's just boring. Like, I appreciate the set design and the wardrobe seems better than last season, because remember when they had Claudia all jacked up looking? But this is still working from the same broken foundation of season 1. It's not realistic in terms of how people work, or vampires at that. Y'all trying to do something better, but instead you just end up making the show boring.
Well, so single player Carl and JLongbone, we're trying our best. Yeah, but you it up already, so
Yeah.
stop, nigga. Entertain us.
Yeah, I feel like they brought in some new producers or some new showrunners.
But you see, since they wrote the show already, the way that shows are made, since the show was already produced, already made, already done, and they're just premiering it now in the way that they want it to be shown, so they can keep getting those views weekly and weekly, you don't get the benefit of being able to write a show as it's running. Ironically, as you on telenovelas, the idea of a updated by the month or updated by the week soap opera is that they can think on their feet. I don't know if Batwoman was made the same way, but ironically enough, they listened to Jay's comments and they tried to make the show better.
Yeah, someone from Batwoman clued me in that, it was implied that people know of me who worked on that show, especially him. He said he watched my reactions. He said I was harsh, but funny and fair. But yeah, see you guys later. Good evening. I hope you enjoyed that shit, because we didn't. Bye.